Empty shelves, soaring food prices, and a shaky supply chain. Sound familiar? With food costs up 15% and global wheat reserves at a 15-year low, smart preppers are taking action. This August 2025, they're stockpiling 6 essential foods, and it's not what you'd expect. These picks pack nutrition, long shelf life, and serious value. Don't wait until it's too late. Be prepared. Stick around to find out what they are, and don't forget to subscribe for more life-saving tips. Food 1, dried beans. Let's talk about a prepper's secret weapon that's been flying under the radar for years. Dried beans. They're not flashy, they're not expensive, but they're an absolute powerhouse when it comes to survival food. While most people are busy grabbing canned goods or overpriced freeze-dried meals, seasoned preppers are quietly stocking up on dried beans. Why? Because they're the ultimate combination of longevity, nutrition, and affordability. First, let's talk about shelf life. When stored properly, sealed in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers and kept in a cool, dark place, dried beans can last an astonishing 25 to 30 years. It's not a typo. Imagine buying food today that could still be feeding your family in 20. It's like having a time capsule of nutrition sitting in your pantry. Few foods offer that kind of long-term security, making dried beans a no-brainer for anyone serious about preparedness. But it's not just about how long they last. Dried beans are one of the most nutrient-dense foods you can stockpile. A single cup of cooked beans provides around 15 grams of protein, along with essential nutrients like iron, potassium, magnesium, and complex carbohydrates. These nutrients are critical in a crisis when your body needs sustained energy and your stress levels are through the roof. Beans are a survival food that doesn't just fill you up, they fuel you. And here's the kicker. They're incredibly cheap. As of now, you can still snag a 25-pound bag of pinto beans for under $25 at warehouse stores or co-ops. That's over 200 servings of high-quality nutrition for less than the cost of a single restaurant meal. But don't let the current prices fool you. Global pulse crop yields, beans, lentils, and chickpeas have been hit hard by droughts in key growing regions like India and the American Southwest. Wholesale orders are already backlogged in some areas and prices are starting to creep up. Smart preppers know this and they're acting now before the rest of the world catches on. Dried beans are also incredibly versatile. They're not just for soups and stews. You can turn them into spreads, patties, and even desserts. Yes, desserts. Ever tried black bean brownie? Add a little sugar and cocoa and you've got a treat that's both delicious and nutritious. This kind of variety is a game changer in long-term emergencies, where meal fatigue can wear down morale. The general rule of thumb for preppers is to store about 60 pounds of beans per adult per year. That's roughly a quarter pound per day, providing a solid base of protein and calories no matter what else is happening around you. And when you pair beans with rice, you create a complete protein that rivals meat in nutritional value. It's no wonder preppers call beans and rice the power couple of survival food. The bottom line, dried beans are the unsung hero of any prepper's pantry. They're cheap, nutritious, and built to last. And when the shelves are empty and prices are sky high, the preppers who stocked up on beans will be the ones sleeping soundly at night. Food 2, rice. Now let's move on to rice, the perfect partner to dried beans and another must-have for any prepper's stockpile. But we're not just talking about any rice. The type of rice you choose and how you store it can make all the difference. Rice is one of the most versatile and reliable staples you can have in your pantry. It's cheap, easy to store, and incredibly filling. A single 20-pound bag of rice can feed one person for an entire month. At just over $15 per bag right now, that's survival food for less than $1 a day. But here's the catch. Rice prices are climbing fast. Thailand, one of the world's largest rice exporters, recently experienced its worst drought in 40 years, wiping out nearly 30% of its rice crops. Prices have already jumped 22%, and experts warn that the worst is yet to come. Most supermarkets are still selling rice at pre-shortage prices because they're working through older inventory. But once that runs out, expect sticker shock. I've already seen price hikes at my local stores, and it's only a matter of time before rationing becomes a reality. Internal memos from major grocery chains are already discussing purchase limits, similar to what we saw with toilet paper during the pandemic. So what kind of rice should you stockpile? White rice is the gold standard for long-term storage. When stored in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, white rice can last 25 to 30 years. That's right, 30 years. Research from Michigan State University confirms that white rice stored at 70 degrees Fahrenheit with less than 10% oxygen content shows virtually no degradation after 3 decades. It's the kind of food that could feed your grandkids. Brown rice, on the other hand, has a much shorter shelf life, about 6 months, because its natural oils can go rancid, but it's more nutrient dense, so it's worth including in your short-term stockpile. Jasmine and basmati rice are also excellent options, offering unique flavors and textures that can help combat meal fatigue during long-term emergencies. Storing rice properly is crucial. Don't make the rookie mistake of leaving it in its original packaging. Transfer it to airtight containers immediately to protect it from pests. Pantry moths can chew through plastic bags, and a single infestation can ruin your entire stockpile. Adding a few bay leaves to your storage containers is a simple, old-school trick that repels pests naturally. Rice is also incredibly efficient when it comes to water usage. Unlike pasta, which requires gallons of water to cook, rice needs just 2 cups of water for every cup of rice. That's enough to feed 3 people. In a crisis where water is scarce, this efficiency can be a lifesaver. But the real magic happens when you pair rice with beans. Together they form a complete protein that provides all the essential amino acids your body needs. It's a combination that's been sustaining cultures around the world for centuries. During last year's Texas power crisis, a friend of mine survived for 11 days on nothing but rice and beans. It wasn't gourmet, but it kept his family fed and healthy while others went hungry. Smart preppers aren't just buying rice, they're buying peace of mind. And in a world where supply chains are shaky and prices are unpredictable, that peace of mind is worth its weight in gold. If you haven't started stockpiling rice yet, now is the time. Because when the shelves are empty and the prices are through the roof, the preppers who planned ahead will be the ones who thrive. 3. The eternal elixir. Honey is not just a household staple, it's a marvel of longevity and versatility. Picture this. Archaeologists have unearthed honey in Egyptian tombs more than 3,000 years old. That's still perfectly edible. Yes, you heard that right. While nearly every other item in your pantry comes with an expiry date, honey endures, defying the passage of time. It crystallizes but never spoils, making it more than just a treat for your tea or a drizzle for your toast. For preppers, honey represents a long-term food security solution that transcends its role as a simple sweetener. But why is this particular August the time to act? Bee populations continue to plummet. Reports from the spring indicate a devastating 37% decline in colonies, a crunch that's been building for years. California's almond farms, known for their reliance on pollinators, have turned into battlegrounds for beekeepers striving to meet demand. This environmental crisis directly impacts honey production, driving prices higher. Specialty varieties like Manuka honey, already prized for their antimicrobial properties, are becoming so rare that retailers are locking them in glass cases. And honey isn't just for your pantry, it belongs in your first aid kit too. Its natural antibiotic properties are backed by modern science, with recent studies confirming its effectiveness against antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Preppers have long valued honey as a medicinal powerhouse. During a camping trip, for instance, I used raw honey to treat a nasty cut my nephew received. Its incredible versatility in emergency scenarios can't be overstated. Need a cough suppressant? Mix it with lemon. Treating a wound? Apply it as a natural remedy. Low on energy? A tablespoon of honey delivers 64 calories of instant crash-free energy, a lifesaver during physically demanding situations. But the benefits don't stop there. Honey extends the shelf life of other foods, making it invaluable for preserving fruits in a grid-down scenario. It can be fermented into mead, a drink that not only lasts but improves with age, becoming valuable in barter situations. Ancient civilizations even used honey as emergency candle fuel, a hack that still works today. I tested this during a power outage and the honey burned cleanly for hours. This month, take a proactive step to secure your honey supply. With inventory reductions expected to hit shelves by September, raw, unfiltered varieties in glass jars are your best bet for long-term storage. Smart preppers are already dedicating entire shelves of pantry space to this liquid gold. You don't want to be the one caught in the scramble when everyone else realizes what's happening. 4. The protein lifeline. When it comes to prepping, many may think of rice, beans, or flour as staples, but there's another quiet champion in the survival world that often goes unnoticed: canned fish. This isn't just a pantry item, it's a nutritional powerhouse. Imagine a scenario where the grid goes down, there's no refrigeration, no way to prepare elaborate meals. Canned fish steps in as your no-cook, shelf-stable protein source that packs a punch. Canned tuna, sardines, and salmon are far more than simple proteins. Just one serving provides omega-3 fatty acids critical for brain health, heart function, and reducing inflammation, benefits that are vital in high-stress emergencies. Plus, it requires no heating, refrigeration, or elaborate preparation, offering instant access to nutrients when other food options may falter. Having a stash of these cans isn't just about convenience. It's an intelligent survival strategy. However, cracks in the canned fish supply chain are becoming increasingly visible. Morocco, a major exporter of sardines, has experienced alarming depletion in fish populations, disrupting supply lines. Plant closures and international shipping backlogs have amplified the issue, making canned fish harder to source. What was once a commonplace grocery item is now edging towards scarcity, with prices already creeping upward. The FDA has also stepped up inspections of imported fish, leading to further delays and shortages. Canned fish isn't just about its nutritional benefits. It also provides critical versatility. You can mix it with crackers, toss it with pasta, or eat it straight out of the can. Salmon offers rich flavor and softer textures, making it valuable for diverse recipes. Sardines, on the other hand, come packed with calcium and vitamin D and are lower on the food chain, meaning fewer accumulated toxins, a crucial consideration when stocking up for survival. Preppers should act now, not later, to create a well-rotated stockpile. Unlike fresh goods, canned fish offers longevity, staying viable for years with proper storage. Diversify your selection with both plain and flavored varieties, and aim for packaging that's easy to open, such as pull-tab cans. This ensures practicality in high-stress or emergency situations. If you wait to see shelves emptying out, you're already too late. Smart preppers understand that canned fish isn't merely food, it's a survival tool. It's lightweight, compact, and packed with essential nutrients, making it one of the cheapest and smartest investments for long-term food security. Grab some today and give yourself one less thing to worry about tomorrow. 5. The long-lasting dairy secret. There's a quiet powerhouse sitting on the shelves of smart preppers, and it's not your typical pantry item. Powdered milk is making a comeback, not just as a substitute, but as a survival essential. The convenience and nutritional value it offers make it irreplaceable, especially now when fresh dairy shortages are becoming a grim reality. Consider what happened last week to a neighbor who visited 3 different stores only to find no fresh milk available, not even in the generic brands. When asking store staff, the answer was unsettling but predictable: supply chain issues. This situation is becoming all too familiar. According to recent USDA data, the number of operational dairy farms has dropped drastically. We're talking about a 9% decline within just 6 months, compounded by soaring fuel costs and labor issues that delay deliveries. Fresh milk might last in your refrigerator for a week or two. Powdered milk, on the other hand, can hold its quality for 15 to 25 years when stored properly. That means decades of vital nutrients like calcium, protein, and B vitamins, all of which are essential for staying healthy in stress-filled, resource-scarce times. These nutrients are not just dietary luxuries, they're necessities for maintaining bone strength, mental clarity, and immune function when crises hit. Nutrition experts highlight powdered milk's unique advantage of being stress-tolerant, meaning it can retain its value long after fresh food sources dry up. The versatility of powdered milk is where its true strength lies. Sure, you can reconstitute it for drinking, but that's just the beginning. You can also use it in baking, bread making, or even making cheese and yogurt, ensuring that your diet remains balanced and satisfying even during hard times. When other pantry items ran out during the early days of the pandemic, powdered milk came through. One resourceful prepper even turned it into emergency baby formula, a lifesaver in a pinch. Storage is surprisingly easy. Smart preppers gravitate toward non-fat powdered milk because it has a longer shelf life than its whole-fat counterpart. It's best to store it in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers kept in cool, dark spaces. This method keeps the milk fresh for years and prevents rancidity, a crucial consideration in long-term storage. One veteran prepper shared his experience using powdered milk during deployments when fresh dairy wasn't an option. It aided not just with nourishment, but also avoided the devastating health impacts of calcium deficiency he'd seen in resource-strapped communities. The bottom line: powdered milk is more than just a backup plan, it's an insurance policy against food insecurity. With dairy production operating at diminished capacity and price hikes looming, The smart move is to quietly add a few bags to your stockpile. The trick is to act now before prices spike or powder vanishes from the shelves as quickly as baby formula did during earlier shortages. 6. Survival's favorite grain. Oats have long been an unsung hero of the survival community. More than just breakfast food, they're a nutrient-packed, long-lasting staple that's gaining traction among those preparing for uncertain times. The conversation around oats has shifted recently due to a troubling trend: a significant reduction in oat harvest yields across the US and Canada. Late frost this past spring disrupted regional planting cycles, and reports suggest a 23% drop in yields. Combine that with increased global demand, and oats are fast becoming a scarcity on store shelves. Why is this so important? Oats are packed with fiber, protein, and complex carbohydrates that fuel the body without causing blood sugar crashes. A single cup delivers both short-term energy and long-lasting fullness, making it a critical food in emergencies when calorie efficiency matters the most. They even include beta-glucan, a specialized fiber shown to stabilize blood sugar and support heart health. When every calorie counts, oats perform double duty, keeping you full and keeping you healthy. One Midwest farmer recently painted a stark picture of what's coming for oats. Crop losses aren't just about weather, it's the ripple effect across the entire supply chain. Canada, the top exporter of oats to the US, also reported significant crop damage this year, and food industry insiders are already predicting price increases of 30% or more by the end of August. Some brands are quietly disappearing from shelves as major food producers scramble to secure oat reserves. The good news: oats are among the most storage-friendly foods you can buy. When sealed in food-grade buckets with oxygen absorbers, they retain their quality for up to 30. That staggering shelf life means preppers who act now may avoid the panic when shortages hit later. Recently, I tried oats from a bucket I had stored away in 2018. The result was perfect. No trace of rancidity, pests, or spoilage. It was ready to eat just like the day I bought it. But what sets oats apart is their versatility. Beyond a bowl of oatmeal, they can be ground into flour, mixed into energy bars, or even used as a meat extender when supplies run thin. One creative prepper I know uses oats, dried fruit, peanut butter, and honey to make survival cookies that are portable, calorie-packed, and perfect for emergencies. It doesn't stop at food. Oats can be used in unconventional ways like poultices for minor skin conditions, a testament to their multi-purpose nature. They even contain unique antioxidants called avananthromadides, which support immune function. Staying healthy during uncertain times isn't a bonus, it's a necessity, and oats provide the kind of foundational nutrition your body needs to withstand heightened stress. Don't overlook this powerhouse grain just because it's familiar. Oats are affordable, packed with nutrients, and likely to disappear as weather issues, global demand, and supply chain disruptions take their toll on availability. Preppers know this, and if you're paying attention, you've likely noticed rising prices already. Acting now allows you to secure a stockpile before supply dries up and costs soar further. Stock up today and thank yourself tomorrow when this often overlooked grain proves to be one of the most valuable items in your pantry. Preparedness isn't just about responding to emergencies, it's about anticipating them and acting ahead of time. The 6 foods we've covered highlight key strategies for building a stockpile that keeps you and your family healthy, energized, and secure no matter what challenges arise. From honey's eternal shelf life and versatile uses, to the critical nutrients in powdered milk and oats, these staples are far more than just food. They're tools for survival, sources of comfort, and lifelines in uncertain times. Smart preppers understand the value of preparation. While others might be caught off guard by empty shelves or skyrocketing prices, you can take action now to avoid the panic later. These 6 food items offer longevity, nutritional balance, and multi-purpose versatility, helping you stay one step ahead of disruptions in the global food supply chain. Waiting means risking the chance of missing out when supplies dwindle or costs double. Today is the day to walk into your pantry, assess its readiness, and make a plan to build a strong foundation for your stockpile. Quietly add these items to your cart and start securing your future. Preparedness isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. Taking these steps now ensures that no matter what tomorrow looks like, you'll be ready. Choose action today and protect your peace of mind for years to come.